Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Ambassador of Pakistan, I welcome you all, the Embassy of Pakistan. Thank you very much for taking out the time and coming over. It is the honor of the National Defense University's delegation, which is undertaking the National Security and War Course in Islamabad. The delegation is led by Major General Israel Cooker, who is also the Director General for International Studies School and Regional Affairs in National Defense University. The proceedings would be that the ambassador would give his remarks, followed by the remarks by the delegation lead, and we'll have a gift presentation by the delegation lead, and followed by the. So I would now request His Excellency Ambassador Jalil Abbas Jilani to kindly give a few remarks on the occasion.
General Cooker, Kareem, our very dear colleague Heidi Grant, his very dear colleague Ambassador Amanda Nisbet, colleagues from the NDU, participants. It's a great honor for us, all of us at the Embassy of Pakistan to receive this delegation. To be very honest, the visit of the NDU gave me a nostalgic feeling. Nostalgic because I spent a year at this premier institution at my alma mater, and anybody coming from my alma mater, that gives me a tremendous happiness and pleasure. It is truly a great institution of learning, and the time that I spent would always be a memorable time that I spent anywhere. We are also honored by the presence of our dear friends and colleagues from the US government. General Martin, I just recognize him. He has just arrived, and we are extremely happy that you were able to join us. The NDU Washington has, I must say, that made tremendous contributions in building institutional linkages in the National Defense University Islamabad, and this is something that is greatly appreciated. My own interaction at the NDU Washington DC to the War College was extremely stimulating. The discussions that we had was absolutely fabulous, and something that I would look forward to visiting the NDU again. As I mentioned, that the National Defense University Islamabad, it is an institution where you have participation from the armed forces, from Army, Navy, Air Force. You have the civilian participants and also the allied partners of the allied countries. And two of the allied officers, Air Commodore Hanan from Bangladesh and Colonel Barish, they are also with us this evening. And I also, on behalf of our colleague from the embassy, welcome the allied partners for their presence today. I always thought that the time that one spends at the National Defense University, it is a memorable time for a variety of reasons. Apart from the fact that you develop close friendships, you also learn a lot. The quality of discussion is absolutely fabulous. The kind of inputs that you get from a variety of sources is something that also helps you develop a very good understanding of the national as well as the international issues. I feel very happy and proud to receive this group of young, promising officers from the armed forces, from our civil services, and also the allied officers. And I think the skills that you are going to develop at the National Defense University Islamabad will equip you to to take up senior positions. So accordingly, you are the future leaders in our armed forces as well as in the civilian bureaucracy. We have been receiving the NDU delegations almost every year. We was just thinking that we had a NDU delegation visiting us in 2012, and again 2013, and now in 2014. But I'm certainly happy that you are visiting Washington DC at a time of extremely good tidings. The relationship between our two countries are on an upward trajectory. The kind of interaction that I am having in Washington DC leaves me in no doubt, absolutely, that our, in terms of U.S.-Pakistan relations, the trajectory is absolutely is positive. I have witnessed and experienced the same desire on the part of everybody, whether they are from the administration, from the State Department, Department of Defense, from the intelligence community in the United States of America, as well as members of the Congress, to build a very strong and robust relationship with Pakistan. This is something that is of paramount importance. There is absolutely no doubt that the kind of interaction that is going on between our two countries, the level of cooperation and the trust that we are building is, which is absolutely crucial to meet the coming challenges, not only in our part of the world, but also elsewhere. It would be absolutely crucial. I'm sure that in the course of this evening, you will meet, you will meet and attend with many of your U.S. colleagues, and I'm also sure that you will enjoy the delicious Pakistani cuisine that has been prepared by one of our chefs here today. With these words, I once again thank you all for your presence at the Pakistan Embassy, and would invite General Noel in case you wish to offer your comments. Thank you. Before you make, let me go through the ritual of making a donation of the. Thank you, sir.
Excellencies, respected ladies and gentlemen, my name is General Noel Coker. I am the Director General, Institute of Strategic Studies and Research Analysis at the NDU. I bring to Washington this delegation, which is part of the foreign study tour. We have members from the National Security and Board Course 2013 and 14. The group is a mixed group in which we have members from the three armed services of the armed forces. We have members, as explained by the Excellency, from the civil bureaucracy and also the allied officers. So it's a very good group of people who get together during the course at the NDU to discuss all aspects of the national security. This is slightly changed in format in the last 3-4 years. When the Excellency did the course, he did the NDC. College was still a college at that point in time. Now it is evolved and it has become a university. And also the courses and nature of interaction has quite changed over a period of time. So the national security and board course has been formatted on the concept of comprehensive national security. So the members are exposed to all aspects of the national security policy, formulation as well as the architecture and structures required throughout the course, and towards the second half they will then look at the defense policy and subsequently at the military strategy. So when they go out from this university, they are fully equipped in terms of understanding the larger political as well as social issues related to the defense policy and how do you optimize the policy with strategies. So this is the comprehensive course which they go through, and this is also the final stage of their formal learning. Of course, after having graduated from NDU, they will do their informal learning during their commands and different staff appointments, but as a formal learning, this is the last stage that they get together. And as the Excellency said, it's 1 year together, they make lifelong friends, and the networks which are developed help them to work subsequently in different departments where they are working at. It's especially beneficial for the light officers because they then develop a network of friends who spread all over different departments in Pakistan, and if they are posted at defense attaches or another departments, you can ask them that how convenient it is for them to interact very freely and frankly with their colleagues wherever they are posted. So that is the value this course brings to the officers. Plus also because it is an open discussion, open forum, there is nothing which is restricted. So they listen to all debates which may be sensitive in nature many times related to the social political aspects, and they very much participate. So in the end, for the last 3 years I've seen and I've interacted with our allied officers, and they are very absolutely clear in understanding Pakistani society and Pakistan's politics, and understanding its strengths and weaknesses and how they can interact at different levels. So this is the value of the course, and at this stage when they come for the foreign study tour, we are here. First of all, I will take the opportunity to thank the US government and all the hosts who will be welcoming us in the coming days for interaction, discussions, and exchange of thoughts and cross-pollination of ideas done in a few days. Also to the Embassy of Pakistan and the Pakistan Ambassador for putting together an excellent program, which when we saw it, I thought this is the best program that we will have the opportunity to interact with each and every aspect which is concerned with Pakistan-US relations as well as the national security aspects. And today, to start with, we had an interaction with the State Department, and I think I was not expecting that, and I said that the Ambassador as well, that it was an excellent interaction. There was all parties were focused on looking forward as to how we can develop and establish strong bilateral relations which can see and meet the interests of both the countries in times to come at the regional level as well as the global level, lay a foundation for a relationship which can last longer, having gone through the experiences in the past. So we are all geared to looking forward, not backward, and when I say that, it is to look at the convergences and the commonalities, while we are also willing to engage in looking at debating on the divergences so as to reduce them to the minimum divergences that we can have. So I'm sure we have a day tomorrow in NDU, then a Pentagon as well. So we will, the core group as such will be fully equipped from when they leave the United States as to how the United States and Pakistan can work together in different areas. Plus they are here in terms of learning process, whereby different aspects of policy formulation, how the administration and different dimensions of the administration work, and they have benefited today again. So that facilitates their job also when they go back in trying to interact as to see how the American requirements and how the administrative requirements are can be better in a greater detail. That's what all I have to say. We are, as you have known, some of you might not, coming from Sri Lanka. That was our first leg of the visit. So we had spent a week over there. So now here in the United States. This enables the members to, one of the objectives of the course is to understand policies at work in developing as well as developing countries. So they can do a comparative analysis which they will be doing when the course ends, and when they go back and present their own conclusions to the directing staff, which would also, of course, will be shared with all concerned departments within the government of Pakistan as to how we have benefited and what we can share with them in terms of the process of the policy formulation. But I am, as the Ambassador said, very encouraged to see very positive developments that have taken place. The overall the spirit of engagement which we have witnessed up to now, and I'm sure in the future as well, is very encouraging for the group as well as for the overall relationship between the two countries. So I thank you for this evening and honoring us by your presence for this dinner, and we feel very honored for being part of this dinner as also as the overall visit which has been put together for us. Thank you very much.